LeVert is an ascending guy. You know, he's coming into his prime, as he mentioned, his 6th year in the league. He's coming home. He is from Columbus, played his high school basketball at Pickerington Central, where back in 2012, wearing number 22 here, you can see he can play some defense. He helped the Tigers win a state championship. In fact, he was the leading scorer in the state championship game, which you're looking at. Had 18 points in the game. Jayshawn Tate in the NBA. Taco Charlton of the Pittsburgh Steelers now, teammates on his Pickerington Central team. You see he scored 11 straight points there in a critical stage when Pickerington Central pulled away. The question, he grew up a Cavs fan. So here's what he had to say about, playing for the Cavs and his in-state team.
When I was growing up, I never really thought that I would be in the NBA. Like I wanted to, of course, it was a dream, of course, but I was never a high recruit or anything like that. So, obviously I watched them all the time. I was a fan of the players, but it was never like, oh, one day I'm gonna play for the Cavs. Like, of course I would have loved to, but I'm here now. It's crazy.
So, Tim, when you hear that, the thought is he still has a year left on his contract. You can be sure the Cavs, with what the Cavs gave up, everything goes fine in the way they expect it to. They're going to want to sign an extension. You don't have to convince a guy this is where he wants to be. Caris LeVert wants to be here. That's an added bonus.
Yeah, you can't understate the importance of that in the NBA. Guys that want to stay in a certain spot, Cleveland's obviously never going to be the attractive free agent destination that teams like the Heat and the Lakers and, all those teams that play in those warmer weather cities are going to be. So you hope you get some really good players, and it's a bonus for the Cavs that LeVert, grew up 2 hours away in Pickerington and played at Pick Central, which is a hotbed of professional athletes, not just in basketball, but in football. Pickerington North's kind of getting there. It's amazing that one suburb of Columbus just continues to produce so much talent. But, that can't help but be, a positive for this team. And I'm sure there's got to be a lot of excitement, for Caris LeVert coming to Ohio, obviously not to the degree of what LeBron James was, whether it be talent or location, but, Ohio is still Ohio as far as, homegrown talents playing for a team like the Cavaliers. So it's a fun little story that's added on to what I think is a very good player that I'm fascinated to see how this plays out and what he can bring to the Cavaliers, not just this year, but, in years to come if the Cavs are able to re-sign him.